Hello, technical writing students. Let's talk a little bit about going to an interview and things that you should do to prepare for an interview and things you should do while you're in the interview. This hopefully will help you with your quiz that you have on interviews as well. In your book, you're going to notice in the chapter 5 where it talks about how to get a job, it's going to talk about interviews. One of the first sections they have here is preparing for an interview. Before you even go to the interview, there are some things that you can do to help make yourself a better candidate for the job by being prepared. The first thing you're going to want to do is do your homework about the company. The more you know about the company, the better prepared you're going to be to ask them questions and to answer questions that they may ask you about the company. You can do this by just looking at the website of the company. Hopefully they have a section called About Us on the website where you can find out some basic information about the company. Number 2, review the job description carefully. If you know the kinds of qualifications that are needed for the job, you can tailor your answers to show that you have those qualifications that they're looking for. Number 3 says prepare a 1-minute summary of your qualifications. This is the same thing as the elevator speech or the 30-second commercial that we work on in the class as well. Have something prepared so that when they say something like, tell me a little bit about yourself, you have a wonderful little encapsulated speech to tell them about you and what your major qualifications are. Number 4, practice your interview skills with a job skills counselor or with a friend. Practice, practice, practice. It's very important to do that. Number 5, brush up on your business etiquette. Think about the things that are proper and appropriate. Number 6, bring 3 to 4 extra copies of your resume. This is always important. What if you come to the interview thinking there's going to be one person interviewing you and there's actually 2 or 3 people in the room? If you only have one resume to hand to the person who's the actual interviewer, the other people won't have any idea about your qualifications. So if you have one for each person, it'll show how prepared you are. If you bring a notepad and a pen, it also shows that you're ready to jot some things down as you go through the interview in case you have questions or things that you want to remember. Number 7, when you go, bring your photo ID, your social security card, and other licenses or certificates that you may have that they may ask for you to present for the proof of that. Some things that you don't want to bring, don't bring things like a magazine or a book or things that are going to show that you're not interested in being there for the interview process. Questions to expect are the next things that it talks about. Some of the questions that you might possibly be asked when you are interviewed. Why do you want to work for us? That's always a good one. They want to know what your reasoning is behind applying for the job. Number 2, what qualifications do you have for the job? How are you going to be the best person for whatever opening the position that they have opened? Number 3, what can you offer us that other candidates don't have? So show some things that are going to set you apart from everyone else. They might talk about the school that you go to, why you attended it, why you did major in whatever program that you majored in. If they have transcripts, why you got a C in a course, and these are some things that you might have to think about. Also, extracurricular activities, they want to know what kinds of things you participated in that way. Some other questions that they might ask, a good one or a good pairing of questions that they often ask are, what is your greatest strength and what is your greatest shortcoming? They want to know what things you're good at, and then it's always important to think about how we can improve or opportunities for growth, and that's where they're thinking about the shortcoming or the weakness. How do you handle conflict? How have you done that in the past, and what will you be expected to do if you work for our company? Number 12, why did you leave your last job? That can be an uncomfortable question, but that's something to think about. How would you word that? And then, why would you leave your current job? Again, that's another one that you're going to have to think about the answers to. The last thing that the section in our book talks about is 10 interview do's and don'ts, things to think about. Obviously, you're going to want to be on time. It never looks good to be late, especially for an interview. Go to the interview alone. Don't take anyone with you. It just shows that you're not mature enough to handle that. So make sure you go by yourself and show how independent that you are. Dress appropriately for the occasion. It's important to look nice. Be careful about tattoos if you do have them, because they can be taken in different ways, so you want to be careful of that. Number 5, greet the interviewer with a friendly and firm handshake. It's important to have that handshake to show that you're comfortable with it. Be enthusiastic. Don't chew gum or make noises, things that show that you're not comfortable. Maintain eye contact with the interviewer and thank the interviewer when the interview is over. All important things to think about. It kind of goes back to the idea of etiquette. Think about how you want to show you're a professional person, how you want to come across to the interviewer. So those are some things to think about. You'll want to look those over in the chapter as well to see if you have questions on them. Interviewing is exciting and nerve-wracking thing at times, but the more prepared you are, the better you'll feel and the more confident you'll feel when you go into it. All right, have a great week, and again, if you guys have any questions, please email me. Thank you.